The Hebrew word for one, ECHAD, means one, which is the cardinal number one. In counting in Hebrew, one says ECHAD, SHNAYIM, SHALOSH, 1, 2, 3. Extraordinary verbal acrobatics have been performed with the word ECHAD by some Trinitarians in an effort to convince the public that the number one does not mean one. Professor Boyce attempted to find good reasons in the Hebrew Bible for believing that God is three in one. It has been argued that because Deuteronomy 6:4 reads, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord," that the Trinity is excluded. But in this very verse, the word for, quote, one is echad, which means not one in isolation, but one in unity. In fact, the word is never used in the Hebrew Bible of a stark, singular entity. It's the word used in speaking of one bunch of grapes, for example, or in saying that the people of Israel responded as one people. After God has brought his wife to him, Adam says, "This is at last bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man." Therefore a man leaves his father and mother and cleaves to his wife, and they become one flesh. Genesis 2, verses 23 and 24. Again, the word is echad. It is not suggested that the man and woman were to become one person, but rather that in a divine way they do become one. In a similar but not identical way, God is one God, but also existent in three persons. The statement proposed here by Professor Boyce about the meaning of echad is completely untrue. Echad occurs 970 times in the Hebrew Bible, and it's the number, quote, one. It means, quote, one single. It's a numerical adjective, the ordinary word for one functioning very much like our English number one. The Hebrew for 11 is 1 echad plus 10. Lexicons of the Hebrew offer no support at all for any complication of the simple word one. Ernst Jenny and Klaus Westermann, in their Theological Lexicon of the Old Testament, Brown-Driver and Briggs, Hebrew and English Lexicon of the Old Testament, Köhler and Baumgartner, Lexicon of Biblical Hebrew, the Theological Word Book of the Old Testament speaks of diversity within unity, but states rightly that this sense is found in its plural form, achadim, an adjective never used of the one God. The same work, however, curiously, and without citing any examples, says that echad, quote, recognizes diversity within that oneness. Actual definitions then follow. One single blessing. Solomon was alone, echad. Uniqueness, a single man, one voice. The word one, echad, displays no sense of diversity.